When people think about solving public health issues, we often imagine mass change led by these giant nonprofits and federal governments. But there's a crucial assumption that these large scale solutions are immediately implementable on a smaller regional basis, and furthermore, that they're beneficial to these individual communities. One resolution to this issue is the concept of place based initiatives. Essentially, these are projects where organizations help a chosen community address public health issues that the residents themselves deem a priority. By understanding the community's culture and historic development, the goal is to empower underserved communities to resolve problems on their own on a long-term basis. My work this summer focused on analyzing the Kate B. Reynolds Trust's Healthy Places Initiatives, a place-based initiative set in 7 different North Carolina counties. More specifically, I have been working on evaluating power dynamics and leadership development resulting from these initiatives. One manner of improving a community's capacity to address health issues is expanding the number of effective local leaders. Organizations can hold leadership training sessions, connect leaders from different sectors, scout for local informal leaders, connect to resources, and more. It's important to consider the range of capacity, influence, and power that these leaders might have, though, because ideally partners from different sectors have equal footing and influence. But in reality, an actor who has strong decision-making power in their own sector might act as a secondary player in the networks overall. Therefore, when evaluating how effective place-based initiatives are, we have to look at not only the number of leaders or their individual capabilities, but how these leaders stand within a network. We used a survey to look at individual leadership capacity and the network role of county leaders working to address health and wellness. Leadership attributes include the ability to identify issues and challenge the status quo, create a shared vision among leaders, and inspire cross-sectoral collaboration. Through a survey, we were able to track survey participants' self-ascribed leadership abilities through to questions ranging from whether leaders felt they were exposed to diverse viewpoints to how well they understood county health resources. Each question was then qualified with the question of whether healthy places actually influence this outcome. There's a second part of this survey, though, that helps us conduct the network analysis section. Through the Healthy Places program officers and an environmental scan identifying prominent leaders in the community, a list of important actors was developed for each county. Participants were asked to identify who they've worked with, the degree of collaboration with each person, and whether Healthy Places helped form or enhance this relationship. With this data, we were able to see connections among actors from different sectors and what sectors needed greater integration into the network. Additionally, this was helpful because oftentimes there are key informal actors or those in non-health sectors that are crucial for health progress, but not involved to their full potential. But we take these 2 leadership analysis measures a step further by considering actors' demographics and social characteristics and looking at how that impacts their leadership development. Many scientists and health advocates acknowledge that historically constructed racial and gender hierarchies have oppressed certain populations and helped produce health inequities. Yet there is minimal research on how these same structural inequities might impact leadership attributes and network connections among actors seeking to fix the health inequities. In our study, in addition to specifying the sector in which they worked in, participants were asked to answer questions about their race, gender, age, and the amount of time they spent in their community. Overall, we found that Healthy Places contributed to greater connectivity, network building, and novel strategy building. In all but one county analyzed, women and people of color reported greater increases in leadership development in comparison to their white counterparts, and across all counties, there was an increase in basic leadership skills over time. However, overall participants reported a greater need for communication development and advanced leadership attribute development. Demographic analysis also indicated that there needed to be continued support for marginalized populations and non-health sector leaders. There are 2 main takeaways from this project. First, the implementation step of solving public health issues simply cannot be placed on the back burner. In order for communities to thrive and champion health equity, they have to have the right resources and they have to have effective leaders to challenge the status quo. Second, leadership has to be considered from more than a one-dimensional perspective. Promoting individual leadership skills is fundamental, but the actor's role in the larger network has to be considered. Moreover, we need to understand how exactly these roles are conditioned by social variables. Overall, place-based initiatives are a critical framework for achieving major milestones in not only healthcare, but by breaking down structural inequities. Thank you.